Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So BYU's offense will have the first possession of the game. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
Well, they need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Pulls it in. It's Hagan. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. It's Hagan. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. So TCU's offense will get the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Using the quick game. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Washington. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Hudson. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here's the handoff. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Trying play action. Makes the grab. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Gives it on the option. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds a man on the right. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Lets it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Got room on the return. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Amon G. Carter Stadium.
BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Got a good one going here, all tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. To the air. It's Hoover. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Got a man, it's Hudson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking for space, it's Washington. He breaks a tackle. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Connection to the right. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the third. 3 periods in the books, and it would be an understatement to say defense has carried the day. 0-0 as we take a look at the stats. And this is just the way you want it. The game will be won or lost in the fourth quarter as we take a look at the stats through 3. Caught behind the line. It's Coleman. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Right back to the well. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess breaks up a drive. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Well, it's one thing not to get the touchdown when you get into the red zone, but to turn it over and get nothing, that can be devastating.
Yeah, you just got to know the situation, Reese. You're at least going to try and kick a field goal and take the lead at this juncture of the football game here in the second half. But down in the red zone, we just got to do a better job with ball security. That is a missed opportunity for the offense.
Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Bachmeier. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They'll run the screen. He's going for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They are going back to the ground. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play cutter. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field. Touchdown, Cougars! They move on top here in the 4th.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the Bulldogs are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. To the air, it's Hoover. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the tight end.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And they'll take a knee.
And I thought it was a good response by this football team. When you lose a couple in a row, man, it can get south and you can continue in a downward spiral. This team answered the bell, responded well, running out the clock here to get back on the winning track.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to